Hi, my name's Denise. I received a supernatural healing that I would love to share with you. If you're experiencing physical, emotional pain and you just think there's no way you're going to ever feel better, or you've been praying out to God to heal you and you've not received a healing, I would just love to encourage you to just don't give up. Hang on. I was prayed for 3 different times over 1 year. And it wasn't until the third time I was prayed for that I was healed. I was 32 years old at the time, and I was experiencing severe angina, which is chest pain. I was put on beta blockers and had a heart monitor. Also, my feet were swelling up, and I was having a hard time even breathing normally. My cardiologist was baffled, but she was treating the symptoms as best she could. After a few months, I was in such pain. I went over to my parents' house and I begged them to please lay their hands on me and pray for me. And I just cried out to God and said I couldn't take it anymore. I had literally reached the end of what I could bear. I also had just been referred by my family doctor to a neurologist for episodes where I'd feel weak and was experiencing short-term memory loss. I mean, I remember literally not being able to remember what I had eaten that day at all. And that's just not like me. And I would just draw blanks and couldn't remember things. And, I had a 5-year-old daughter, and I was scared to death that I was not going to be around to raise her. And she was in daycare, not because I was at work, it was because I was just so sick and we weren't sure what was wrong. So my parents put their hands on me and quietly prayed, asking the Lord to heal me. You got to understand too, my parents didn't display their emotions much, but they, obeyed God and loved the Lord and prayed for me. And at first I didn't feel any different, but I was comforted just knowing that I had put it all on God. I remember asking the Lord, what good was I to you dead? I could do more for you alive. Honestly, I begged him to heal me. So, I didn't feel anything that night at my parents'. I felt nothing, actually. No difference, physically nothing. But that morning, after my daughter was in daycare, I was laying in bed and with my eyes closed, and the room got very, very still. Then a fire-like heat started moving up and down my body from my head to my toes over and over again. And then what felt like a hand literally reached down inside my chest and gently surrounded my heart. And at the same time, I heard a language that I had never heard before, but I still knew what it was saying. You are healed, you are healed, you are healed. Just like the voice said, I was healed right then and right there. Soon after, I went to my cardiologist, Dr. Bonnie Gaynor, and she said she wasn't sure what had happened. She kind of looked at me a little funny, but she said that, if I ever had the symptoms again, to come back and see her and she would treat me. And well, it's 20 years later and I've never had those symptoms again, and I've never been back. It wasn't until my parents prayed for me that I was healed, though. And I just want to mention this real quick. My dad has had serious heart problems and has had 2 major surgeries and 3 surgeries and 2 heart attacks. And the last time he was in the hospital for a second heart attack, a doctor was walking the floor and stopped in his room after he was stabilized in the emergency room. The doctor asked my dad if he had his own cardiologist, at that time, and he said no. Well, it was my Dr. Bonnie Gaynor. And I really believe that the Lord had my doctor choose my dad because he loves him and wants him healed too. God literally has his hand on everything. My dad's doing well to this day. The Lord heals in many different ways. And I know that we don't live forever, but I believe that the healing that I received is a promise of the perfect body that we are to receive in the hereafter, eternally. When Jesus walked this earth, he was not a ghost after he had come back. He was not ethereal. He wasn't floating around. He was in his perfect body, except he bore the wounds that he suffered on the cross as a testament. It was him. And they put, their hand in his side, and they saw the wounds from the nails, but he was breathing, he was alive, he ate with them, they touched him. Just remember, don't give up. Don't give up hope. If you need more encouragement, please visit our website, JesusCanHeal.com, and our Facebook, Jesus Can Heal. And God bless you. Thank you.